Hi everyone, I am back with this little collection of traveler's notebooks that will be for sale in my Etsy shop. They are a standard wide size, so they're 8 1/4 tall by around 4 3/4 wide. And as you can see, they're all in Shabby Chic style. This one is sold, this purple one is sold, but the other three will be listed later on today. So let me start. I'm just going to do a quick flip through. They're all fairly similar, just the colors are different. I've got generally the same inserts in each of them. So this one I've just done, you can see on the cover here, a little bit of layering, doily, and some glassine craft. A little bit of cheesecloth here and a really pretty image. This cover paper is a printable from Raspberry Road Designs. And as I go through, I'm going to try and tell you where I've got most things. I've had some questions about where I get things, and I think I'm going to do a separate video on that because I get things from a lot of places and I've got a lot of stuff. So rather than try to rush through it, because I think this video will be fairly long anyway with all of these traveler's notebooks to go through. So watch out for that video probably a little bit later on this week. So let me just quickly run through these. I'm going to try and get this done in one video. Although I don't want them to be too long, so I may run it into 2 videos here. That's a metal book plate. An insert here. This is a bag, one of the large bags from Denise Sayez's Etsy shop, A Tattered Dream, and of course I will link it below. And that trim is from her shop as well. A bag here with just an insert here. And I've used the Tim Holtz tab die for that. This one is a little bit grungier than the others, just because I thought it went well with kind of this paper on the front, and I've picked up this kind of craft color throughout. Tag from Denise's shop. And an envelope here with a little insert. And I've got this little jeweler's envelope. Those came from J9 Scraps on Etsy. And a tag here, journaling card, and in this little envelope I've got just a little mini library card. That paper's pretty. That I got actually from Red Cottage on Etsy as well. She has, that's Michelle, she has great vintage books, and this one was just full of fabulous ledger paper, so I'll link her shop below as well. This is a top tuck spot up there, pocket here, bag from Denise's shop with some tickets in it, and my favorite button card image, just a postcard there, stamped notes there, and this is from Katie's shop, and Katie's shop on Etsy is the paper basket. She has great real vintage things in her shop, so I buy from her quite a bit. Vintage ledger paper there, more of that trim from Denise's shop, and this is actually the wrapping from some seam binding that I had purchased from Monahan Designs. Monahan Papers on Etsy, and I'll link their shop below as well. They have fabulous French vintage things in their shop. This is a price tag from Denise's shop, and this is a real vintage French label or French tag from Monahan Papers. And just some Tim Holtz tags there. Doily, another pocket here with a couple of inserts, and this is one of Denise's payroll envelopes that I've added this lace pocket to, and just got a couple of tags in there, some tracing paper, the other part of that envelope, and Michael's bag with a tag, and that's more of that wrapping from seam binding that I purchased. And that's a vintage button. I've forgotten now where I got that from, but it's included. And just a rusty garment pin there. And this is a library Rolodex card that I've just coffee stained and stamped and added a little bit of a doily to for notes. And this is the other part of the bag, the large bag from the beginning of the book. And there we go. So these have 12 pages folded for 48 sides. This is the green one. Again, I've done layering. I've used a doily and more cheesecloth and that really pretty image. I really thought this was pretty, although it's very bright, this green, and you'll see here I picked up that bright green in a couple of spots throughout. So again, the music paper, lots of tabs, and a tag there with that rose. And those, I've used a few throughout. Those are from Tilda. Top tuck spot here. Lots of trims, another one of Denise's, payroll envelopes, and a couple of journaling spots there. The large bag again. And this is pink typewriter paper that I have coffee dyed, and that is from Katie's store, the paper basket as well. And these images again that I've used. And this tag in the belly band, and you can see that really bright green, but it matches the color of the leaves perfectly on this. I've got one of Katie's tags there again, and then in here more tickets, and oh, I've got to add something there. This is Tilda, another journaling card, and a guest check. Those are from Denise's shop, A Tattered Dream. And I've got this same image here. And these same tags, and I've got those journaling cards in that envelope, and the doily and a rusted safety pin. Tag there, and a couple of bits and pieces there. Tag again from Denise's shop. And again, this is Tilda. And there we go. That's that one. This blue one, actually it's more of a, I guess, a turquoise. I'm just going to quickly go through this. You can see all the same things throughout. Another tag here. The same things here, and more journaling cards in there, a little tag there, okay, so that is this blue kind of turquoisey one, and then this is the purple one. This is the one that's sold. I'll just go quickly through it. Again, that's the top tuck spot. So you can see they're all very similar. These very similar things throughout. So that's the purple. So these, as I mentioned, with the exception of that purple one, these are going to be listed in my Etsy shop. And I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Thanks everyone.